Kingsport Speedway. It's got straightaways like Martinsville and turns like Bristol. It's a bowl for these racers. Both Bristol and Martinsville have characteristics that make up Kingsport Speedway. Stop number 2 for these cool seal stars. This is the UARA, where the stars come out to race. From Kingsport Speedway in Kingsport, Tennessee, I'm Ted Edison along with Nathan Anderson.
Hey, Ted, we've got a beautiful Northeast Tennessee track right here behind us, Kingsport Speedway, a concrete surface. Cool Seal guys aren't really used to this. This is the only speedway they're going to run on all season long with a concrete surface. So you got to kind of think about the guys that run here on a regular basis. Guys like Danny O'Quinn Jr., will he have an edge? Because the last touring race we had here, he won his first touring division race from the pole right here at Kingsport.
Don't count out Keith Stiltner, a two-time track champion here, as well as Wade Day, who in the year 2000 won the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series Blue Ridge Region title at this track. And last week at Hickory, he finished second to Keith Bumgardner.
Definitely a lot of local flavor. But what's really great about this whole deal is this Cool Seal Star guys got a lot of talent. There are 15, 20 other guys out there that could unseat one of these Kingsport pros. So after 125 laps, we're going to find out who's going to conquer the Kingsport Concrete, Ted. I'm looking forward to it. The man from Grundy, Virginia is Keith Stiltner. He's sitting on the pole tonight at Kingsport Speedway.
Well, we are for right now anyway, but, you know, we've had a lot of bad luck the last 2 races in this touring series. Last year, the last race. This year, the first race, we had overheating problems in both of them, but we're sitting on the pole tonight for our first time in the touring series and kind of at the home track, so hopefully it'll pan out and we can walk out here with a trophy tonight.
Even though with 2 championships here at Kingsport Speedway, what's it going to take to stay out front tonight with all this other talent behind you?
You got to try to get out and get some fresh air to run in and try to save your tires and let everybody else behind you fight and wear them out to the end. And that way maybe when they come after you, you got enough left you can stay away from them because they're definitely coming. You just got to try to stay out there enough to where they can't catch you early on.
Mark Ketron here is a local guy at Kingsport Speedway who's done a lot for this place. Second on the grid tonight, Cool Seal race. Tell me about it.
We found some stuff with the car. The last practice out, we changed the shock and done a little bit on the front end, and it really picked it up. And the car was cutting real well on used tires, and we hadn't had no new rubber on it since we've been here. So, but I think it's going to be good.
Well, even though you got a lot of experience here, you got a lot of talent behind you. What's it going to take to stay out front?
Just be smooth, run your line, and just stay out of trouble. And, you know, race about the last 30, 40 laps. Just, you know, just get in line and don't get crazy and just wait toward the end. And you got to be there at the end to win anyway.
15:44 versus Keith's 38. You almost squeaked it out, then got kicked back to third.
That's a pretty good time, though. I got in a little too hard the second lap. It's just 600ths of a second. That's really not much on a short track. We just have to wait and see what happens after 125 laps. We were quick in practice. I think we'll be good in the race. We just have to wait and see.
1,000th of a second separates third and fourth. And Wade Day, an old pro here at Kingsport. What's it going to take to stay out front tonight? Tell me about your run.
Man, our run was horrible, to tell you the truth. We've been faster than that all day long. It's disappointing to come out here and work so hard and think we got a real good race car, and we do have a real good race car for the race, you know, but it's really disappointing to be where I'm at here in fourth, but I guess be happy with it.
What do you think it's going to take for you to get around these 3 guys up here that had so much experience here?
Well, my car is really good on old tires. That's what we practiced on all day long, and we actually went faster on older tires than we did on the new ones, so, you know, I'm confident that we'll be there at the end of the race.
Matt Wolf, a guy with a lot of experience here at Kingsport Speedway. You're starting 5th tonight. You got Wade in front of you, some other guys. What's it going to take to get to the front?
It's basically here at Kingsport just takes keeping out of trouble and keeping the brakes under you, because if you run it hard at the beginning of the race, you can just wear your tires out, wear your brakes out. You just got to be patient at first. Kind of be patient through lap traffic. Lap traffic's going to be a big problem here. There's a lot of cars up in the 16s. We're not used to that, running like a weekly race here. Usually everyone's pretty close, but it's hard to get a handle on this track. For a lot of people just coming in here, I mean, it takes a while. It takes some laps to get used to this place. So we just have to stay out of trouble, and I'm sure we'll be there at the end. We've got a pretty good car.
Standing here with Alan Gordon. I understand you guys got a little rear end trouble. Huh?
Yeah, we stripped out the bolts and ring and pinion where the ratchet bolts to the gear. We stripped the bolts out, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make this race.
How did it happen out there?
Not sure. We had a vibration come, and as soon as it started vibrating, I shut it off. But guess it was a little too late.
Okay, well, you know, that's a terrible thing for you guys to have to go through. Tell me a little bit about the kind of disappointment it makes running all the way up here, spending all your time not getting a race.
Well, definitely it's going to hurt us in the points as far as we were going to try to make every race, but looks like we're not going to be able to make this one. It's disappointing, but you know, it's racing. It happens. So I mean, it happens to everybody. So we'll just go to shop, see if we can fix or get it fixed, and then be back up at Tri-County next weekend.
Sure hate to see it, Alan. Good luck. We'll see you next time. That's the word from Alan Gordon, a disappointed young man. But don't go away. We'll be right back to Kingsport, Tennessee.
Nothing cools off a hot roof on a hot sunny day like Cool Seal, elastomeric roof coating. It forms a thick rubber-like blanket of protection against roof corrosion and beats the heat. America's #1 elastomeric roof coating. Whee! Cool Seal, protecting mobile home roofs since 1945. Beats the heat. Available at leading retailers.
In just a couple hours, driver Greg Davis has a race to run, but he'll be ready thanks to a good night's sleep. And that's thanks to the Cool Seal reflective coating he put on the roof. It helps keep manufactured houses nice and cool while protecting against leaks. As his official sponsor, we're very proud to have Greg as part of the Cool Seal racing team. And you know what? We think he's pretty excited about it too. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
Well, there's definitely some difference, and it's be a little hard to explain actually. The concrete actually doesn't have quite as much grip on it as the asphalt does, especially when it's cold. Okay? So you have to figure on the car being a little bit looser on concrete than it will on asphalt. And unless it's a real hot day, then the concrete may have its advantages, you know. I don't know, you got to run some light springs here on concrete, you know, where you want a little bit better, stiffer spring running asphalt. So, as far as handling it going into corners, we like to run the bottom real low. You'll see us, we'll probably be the lowest car running tonight. So, you know, ain't many people run down there with us. So we'll just, we can stay down there low and get around the track good, and we'll be in a position there where we get under some cars and get around them. We should, by the end of the race, be in the front, we hope.
Well, asphalt and concrete is two different ball games. Asphalt is more conservative on your tires. You can actually drive it harder throughout the whole race, and you still have tires left at the end of the race to race everybody else. So, you know, like you race at Coburn or somewhere, you really have to conserve your tires more than you do down here.
And if you can, the smoother you are on concrete tracks, the faster you are. In asphalt tracks, it's like the tires stick better in the car, you're able to drive it harder. But a place like this, a little slip can cost you a tenth or two, and in qualifying in the race, it all adds up every lap. So the smoother you are, the better you are. And for me, I approach it, and I'm real smooth with the car. I take my time, make sure I hit every mark I'm wanting to hit, make sure I run the line I'm wanting to run, and keep the car straight as possible. And if you do that, you can run up front all night long.
It really don't affect what we do with the race car. The key to these cars is making them turn. And, you know, we've got little tricks that we do to make them turn. And of course, here at Kingsport, you've really got to be able to, the car's really got to be able to turn really good in the center of the corner to be able to get a good run up off.
there anything that works better than Cool Seal roof coatings at stopping leaks and keeping your house nice and cool inside? Didn't think so. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
The UARA Cool Seal stars are coming at you on these networks. Check your local listings. And for more information on Cool Seal, the UARA, and Pitwall Productions, go to these websites.
Well, 22 car, I guess the leaders were going around a lap car and they got together and spun, and when the 22 car spun, he come down the racetrack in front of me. That's about it. Crash. Second time now.
Makes it kind of hard on these short tracks. You got some, things like that happen to you. Does it kind of, a little disappointment sink in, or do you kind of just get back at it next week?
Well, I've been doing this stuff a long time. You get your crashing over with in 2s or 3s, whatever it takes, and then things start looking up. So just come back next time, try again.
The Doylster going to try it again some other time.
What happened was they had a flag up here. They had a caution flag on the wreck up here coming out of 4. But we're down here in 1 and 2, and everybody's starting to chuck up a little bit, and I got tapped in the rear and got spun around. Of course, I just kept it spinning and come on back around. Pace car picks the field up in the middle of the field. Okay? Of course, everybody filters by, and the leaders catch up to him, but the thing about it is he's behind me, and he should be in front of me. I'm not a lap down, but in order for me to get back where I belong, because, I got spun during the caution, therefore it put me back in my original position, I had to pass the pace car. Well, they said because I passed the pace car, I had to go to the tail end of the field. Well, you got 24 cars out here tonight on this track, a one-groove track, and it's slick. No, we're not going to go back there and tear a car up because we come here to win.
Hi, my name is Caleb Holman. I'm a senior at Abingdon High School from Abingdon, Virginia. Been racing for about 10 years now. My dad first got me started in racing with go-karts and things when he quit racing because of bad back and various reasons. It was about time for me to get into a stock car, so that's how I got started. Well, the reason I like this track is because it's a driver's track. It's definitely someplace that you just can't come to somebody cold turkey and just start running good. You have to have a little bit of experience or be just a really good driver. It's a very odd track compared to most others. I run at Coburn a whole lot, Lonesome Pine, and New River Valley I've run a few times. Hopefully this season I can win a whole lot of races. I'm not really concerned about points most anywhere, but if I can just come out of the year with a lot of wins and just knowing that I was competitive in every race, then I'll be happy. I have some really great sponsors. These guys helped me out a whole lot. United Exhaust just came on this year. Abingdon Rug Outlet's coming back for a second year. Interstate Chevron's been with my dad ever since I can remember. Shields Electronics gives us a whole lot of things, radios. They help us out a whole lot, cuts down a whole lot on cost. Amsoil's been giving us oil for a long time. Really do appreciate all of them. You know, I really don't have too many other interests. I have a girlfriend. And I like to just hang out with my family, sort of a homebody. I really like to thank my dad that helped me get into racing. He's a big supporter of my whole career, my whole deal. Herschel, the board, helps me out a whole lot on the race car. Michael Hodges, my sister helps me out. She's only 13, but she does everything she can to help. And my girlfriend helps out a whole lot, believe it or not. Money is really keeping me from running this kind of series all the time. I would love to run this series if somebody would just help me out with money or a ride. This would be a great lot of experience, and it'd be really good for my career and just a lot of fun.
Nothing cools off a hot roof on a hot sunny day like Cool Seal, elastomeric roof coating. It forms a thick rubber-like blanket of protection against roof corrosion and beats the heat. America's #1 elastomeric roof coating. Whee! Cool Seal, protecting mobile home roofs since 1945. Beats the heat. Available at leading retailers.
Greg Davis! Is there anything that works better than Cool Seal roof coatings at stopping leaks and keeping your house nice and cool inside? Didn't think so. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
The UARA Cool Seal stars are coming at you on Keys Networks. Check your local listings. And for more information on Cool Seal, the UARA, and Pitwall Productions, go to these websites.
This is a pre-qualifying tech. First thing we'll check will be the roof height, and this little roller has to touch a roof. We'll measure 10 inches back on the roof to get a measurement for the roof height, and that should be 48 inches from the ground to the center of the roof. These guys here are having to work a little bit with the nose piece. That's a 4-inch clearance on that all the way around the nose piece. But it's plastic. Sometimes it gets bent out of shape. Sometimes it'll be a little bit low, but we'll let them work with them to get them up. Okay, each quarter panel measurements will be 34.5 inches on all these race cars. That's what he's doing over here right now, checking these, make sure they're within the tolerances. We don't use body templates in late model stock cars. We just use measurements and guidelines to get us within the tolerances. Gentleman in the back, he's checking the angle on the spoiler. The spoiler angle, it has to be between 50 and 60 degrees. Also in the back, he measures the height of the spoiler, 38.5 inches. We want a maximum length on these things because of the downforce on the tail of the car. So that's the reason we have a 54-inch maximum length. The wider it is, the more downforce there'll be on the car. It probably, on a short track like Kingsport, it wouldn't make a great deal of difference, but the longer racetracks like Peach State Speedway and the bigger tracks, it really makes a great deal of difference on that. Hey guys, what we're doing now is bringing these race cars up to the scales. We'll get them on the scale pads evenly. We're looking for a total weight of 3,100 pounds. The right side weight must be 1,400 pounds. The reason we have weight on the right side is to keep all the weight from being on the left side. Naturally, if it's on the left side, it can go around the corner better. And basically, this is also race trim. These cars will get their qualifying tires once they're in position on the front stretch. They will qualify on those tires, and they will race on the same 4 tires.
just a couple hours, driver Greg Davis has a race to run, but he'll be ready thanks to a good night's sleep. And that's thanks to the Cool Seal reflective coating he put on the roof. It helps keep manufactured houses nice and cool while protecting against leaks. As his official sponsor, we're very proud to have Greg as part of the Cool Seal racing team. And you know what? We think he's pretty excited about it too. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
Auto racing coverage in the Mid-Atlantic, promoting the weekly short track. Motorsports Magazine is just what you need to quench your thirst for short track racing news and opinions. Motorsports Magazine covers it all, from late model stock to hobby stock, from asphalt and dirt ovals to road courses. Just $12 gets you 9 issues. Call 1-888-559-7223 or just click on pitwall.com to subscribe. Motorsports Magazine, the most reader-friendly short track publication around.
Guys, they're getting ready to start the race. Yeah.
Nothing cools off a hot roof on a hot sunny day like Cool Seal, elastomeric roof coating. It forms a thick rubber-like blanket of protection against roof corrosion and beats the heat. America's #1 elastomeric roof coating. Whee! Cool Seal, protecting mobile home roofs since 1945. Beats the heat. Available at leading retailers.
Hi, I'm J.R. Ross from Gaffney, South Carolina. 23 years old, been racing for over half my life, for 12 years. I got my start in racing go-karts. My dad and I went out and watched a couple of races, and I said, man, I think that's what I want to do. So we went and purchased a go-kart and started doing really good, winning races, and racing's kind of come natural. I tell you, one reason I like racing so much is I've been surrounded by a bunch of good people. I've got a good group of volunteers that help me on this race team, week in and week out, you know, every day. You know, I got to give thanks to their families for letting them do it. We've got a couple of major sponsors on with us this year. They're all from Gaffney, South Carolina. Actually, Hames Body Shop has helped me since I got started racing go-karts. Hames has been with me for 10 years now. He's been a real big help. Burn Chevrolet is another one of my sponsors, also from Gaffney. And they've been with me for 3 or 4 years now. And this year, signed on Napa, Mountaineer Automotive and Paint from Gaffney, South Carolina also. Man, we've gotten so much help out of our sponsors this year, it would be impossible to do it without them. We've also got some help from Carrera Shocks and Wicks Filters, so they're making our race car fast, and everybody else is making it look good, so thank you very much. We've chosen to run the UARA Star Series because it was so attractive to our sponsors. The TV coverage and the schedule and the people we're reaching is such a good series. I think the exposure and just the level of racing we're on, it was just a good choice for us to make. I like this short track racing, man. It's what really, you really got to crawl up on top of that steering wheel, and you're grinding fenders, you know, trading paint. And that's one thing I really like about it. I like the long tracks too, but I tell you, this short track racing is what I'm all about. You know, we're looking at moving up. We're looking at moving on, and the ARCA is a good venue. We may do some more ARCA racing a little bit later on this year, maybe some Goodies Dash Series racing, but you know, our ultimate goal is someday be in Winston Cup, maybe sooner than later.
Is there anything that works better than Cool Seal roof coatings at stopping leaks and keeping your house nice and cool inside? Didn't think so. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
The UARA Cool Seal stars are coming at you on Keys Networks. Check your local listings. And for more information on Cool Seal, UARA, and Pitwall Productions, go to these websites.
Well, you know, it all started off, it was going pretty good. And we got racing there, and I got around Caleb, 17 car, and running with Butch. And I don't know if it didn't get spotted, you know, spotter didn't clear him good enough or whatever. He come down. And that's basically how I got started. Been a shock, cut a right rear tire down. So we come in, fixed all that, went back out. And, you know, it was running pretty good. And another lap car was in front of us, was passing it, and it spun out in front of us. And he come down and it pulled the right front fender off and pulled the tire back. And, you know, it wasn't good at all for the Bailey's team. So, you know, no use to bring it back on the racetrack, so we just parked it. I hated to.
So, how do you get Cool Seal reflective coating on the job protecting your asphalt roof? Put Coolastic Primer on it first. The heavy-duty rubberized undercoating that adheres to even the most troublesome roof surface. Coolastic from Cool Seal. So, how do you get Cool Seal reflective coating on the job protecting your asphalt roof? Put Coolastic Primer on it first. The heavy-duty rubberized undercoating that adheres to even the most troublesome roof surface. Coolastic from Cool Seal. In just a couple hours, driver Greg Davis has a race to run, but he'll be ready thanks to a good night's sleep. And that's thanks to the Cool Seal reflective coating he put on the roof. It helps keep manufactured houses nice and cool while protecting against leaks. As his official sponsor, we're very proud to have Greg as part of the Cool Seal racing team. And you know what? We think he's pretty excited about it too. Cool Seal, America's #1 reflective roof coating.
We ain't no stranger
stranger to victory lane. Stand down here, buddy. You fought off the 22, the split down there coming out of turn 2. Stretched it out, the late caution. Tell me how you stayed out front.
Well, I'll tell you what, at the beginning of the race, that 22 car was really good. He just went to the outside of the lap car and I went to the inside. Fortunately, it was the right move for me.
Tell me a little bit about those closing laps when you got that late caution. You thought maybe you might have a fight on your hands.
Well, my car was really good. You know, it was turning really good in the center, and I could stand on it off. And I knew if I didn't make a mistake or he didn't nudge me out of the way, I'd be in pretty good shape.
That's Wade Day, winner of round 2, the Cool Seal Stars with a 96 car. Keith, from the pole to a spin and back to second. Tell me about your run.
Well, thought we had a pretty good run, but lap car kind of got us turned around sideways on lap 37. And like I told you before the race, you know, I don't think you go fight your way from back in the pack at this racetrack and work your way up. Which I think we've been a rear end or something other too, because he started trying to run sideways pretty bad. But we milked the right rear tire trying to catch up, because I didn't see that we was getting any cautions anytime soon, so I didn't figure there's no need in taking it home without giving it every chance we could give it. So we pushed for everything in us, and the caution come out, and then we had a shot at him, but we didn't have nothing left in the car wise.
No stranger to victory lane here and in Lonesome Pine Speedway, but you come home third tonight, Danny. Not a bad deal.
No, it wasn't bad. Our car was a little off from Wade and Stiltner's, but still, we had a good, decent car. We just want to keep and get some top 5 finishes this year and be there at the end of the year for the points championship. If we can do this every week, we'll be in good shape there. I just got to thank all my sponsors: Homesteader Trailers, Oak Quinn Trailer Sales, Pizza Hut, Hughes Trailers, Coburn Chevron, all those guys. They've just helped me a lot this year. My mom and dad, all my crew. If not for them, we wouldn't be here. Try to get them next time.
Started deep in the field, Keith. Got up there and fought with the top 5 all night long. Come home fourth. Tell me about your run.
Yeah, we're pretty pleased right there. I mean, it's way better than what we run before, but got to thank all the guys on the car. I mean, they worked super hard. I mean, we had a real good car. We just couldn't get a good lap out of it there, but kind of got messed up on that restart right there at the end. But we'll take it, and we'll go to the next race.
You're no stranger to Kingsport Speedway. You pull off a top 5 with a lot of talent behind you. Tell me about your run.
The tires didn't come in very well. The car's a little tight, and trying to get down the corner with the rest of them, we kind of burnt the brakes up on it and had to pump the pedal, and car's just a little off. The stagger didn't come in like we needed to, and it's a tough place to get around. If you overdrive it in at all, you're using way too much brake. But I feel fortunate to run 5th. We had a good run. I mean, top 5, can't complain about that. With this, there's some good racers out here, so we're happy with the way things come out. And I want to thank my sponsors, Perry Chafin, Kingsport McDonald's, KL Green Farm and Garden, and Brian Ramsey Used Cars. I want to thank Joey Robinson Racing Engines, my crew, Lee Bowman, Mike Lloyd, wife, kids. They all helped me. Appreciate all their help.
That's Mark Ketron, comes home with a 5th place finish tonight.